dating pool isn't that great nowadays because people think selfishly and singularly. About to eat some Raymundo Jello. So I found this near the yogurt section, I think. Can't remember what flavor this is, but these are so freaking good. They had, I think it was like 12 or 16 in a pack. It was under $6, I think, and I got this from Walmart. Look at the jiggly wobble. Anyways. Jello is so freaking good. Before this wisdom teeth mess, I wasn't really eating Jello like that. But I've grown to appreciate it, especially because it feels good because it's cold. But yeah, Jello was the first thing that I ate the first day of having my wisdom teeth pulled out. So good. I do have a whole playlist, a whole wisdom teeth playlist where I'm eating, chit-chatting with you guys, so I could be like a distraction for anybody else who's getting their wisdom teeth pulled. And then I also give a variety of tips within getting my wisdom teeth removal. So make sure y'all check out that playlist. So the first topic, because I always got a topic for mama bongs. Well, normally I do. Sometimes I do no talking. But the first topic is, what does it mean when someone who was texting me 24/7 all of a sudden stops? I'm not gonna hold you, girl. It really depends how abrupt it is, because from my personal experience, if I was talking to someone constantly, like on a daily basis, and then they abruptly stop talking to me, like it's different if it was like one day, but if it's like 2 consecutive days in a row, it's given they talking to somebody else. That's just me. It's given they talking to somebody else, they screwing with somebody else. There have been times when some guys have told me that they were kind of depressed or whatever. Now this was when I was younger, like early 20s and stuff. And I'm gonna be completely transparent with y'all. I always used to have, like, I'm a big mental health advocate or whatever, right? But I always used to have an issue with people disappearing on me and not informing me, because I kind of still do have, like, abandonment issues a little bit, I guess. So for me, I always felt like if someone is going to disappear, or if they're depressed, then you just share that information. However, I know a lot of people, you know, especially if you're still in the talking stage, a lot of people are not going to acknowledge that or share that information, because a lot of people aren't comfortable with sharing that information, you know. However, you had to be comfortable enough to tell me you were depressed, you know, a couple days, weeks later, you know. But I'm gonna be honest, usually it means they're talking to somebody else. I will say this also depends on y'all conversation, like the context of y'all conversation. Are y'all just asking each other how y'all doing and y'all not really having a conversation? Or is it very repetitive? Because if it was repetitive, they could be bored. This is so good. It tastes like some type of candy, like a gummy candy. Y'all can have some. The next topic is, why do we tell men to open up but then dismiss or belittle their experiences when we do? So this is a topic that I see a lot on Twitter, which is very crazy to me, because every now and again I'll see somebody share this and they'll say this, but a lot of times, if I'm being completely honest, a lot of women don't really want, it's like they want to be a man's safe space, but at the same time, it's more self-involved or self-absorbed reasons why they want to be a man's safe space. So they may want to be their safe space so that they can feel important, not exactly because they care about them. You know what I mean? Because I've seen in real time women express that their significant other does not share certain feelings, but at the same time, when I saw their significant other going through something, the way that they responded to certain situations was very self-involved, where you would just look at the person like, you're supposed to be there for them, but you're taking things personal as to why he's not processing his emotions the way you think he should be processing them. And I notice a lot of people had that issue. It's not just women. Men had an issue too with women sometimes, where they want the person that they're dating to process their emotions differently or deal with things differently. And it's really crazy because, like I said on Twitter, I see this question a lot where women will, you know, show interest and be like, why is it that men don't want to be vulnerable and stuff? But then in the same breath, the same woman, I could go to their page and I could see them basically talking trash about how a man is sassy or being emotional. And so, don't get me wrong, sometimes the men do be sassy. But other times it's like he's literally just sharing a fact of something and you're taking this emotionally or taking it personally, or because they said something that wasn't on par with how you feel like somebody should think, you're calling them emotional, or I don't know. I just feel like, and this sounds so bad, but I do feel like a lot of women can be not as sincere, can be mean, can be bullies, just like men. A lot of men are bullies or mean to women as well. And again, you can't want somebody to be vulnerable with you, but then you also are a bully to them or belittle them when they say something you don't agree with. Like, if you really want to listen to someone, listen to them, try to understand them, instead of when they share how you feel, you put them down or call them emotional or call them out their name or something like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense a lot of times to me. I also know that, if I'm being completely honest, a lot of people who are single, not to say that everybody who is single, but a lot of people who are single and have certain issues with, I'm going to just say dating in general. Again, this is not directed to every single person that's single. It's just from what I've seen, a lot of people are very selfish. A lot of people think singularly when they're supposed to be dating someone, being involved with someone, and it's like, how are you supposed to actually have a good relationship if you only think about yourself? Or people be like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I'm sorry, but how are you supposed to actually find a person you're supposed to be with if you aren't even trying to commit, even in a talking stage? Because I'm a very old-fashioned person, and I've never been a person who could talk to multiple people at once, mainly because I can't keep up. I can't keep track. I will confuse people. I tried it one time when I was younger. I never did it again because it was just too confusing. And it also made me understand that I could not actually be that attracted to someone if I'm talking to multiple people. It's like, how can I actually really get to know you, be involved with you, see you as everything that you are if my attention is split up? And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't get that. Some people can't operate like that, but it's not that many people who can make things happen if they have this person and this person they're talking to, or if they have a side guy over here, another guy over here. It's too much. It seems very draining to me, to be honest. But then people wonder why they're single, and it's like, you're single because you're talking to so many different people, and both men and women are on that tip, which is why a lot of people aren't going to find relationships. Like, it is what it is. I don't know how people got to be so selfish, bro. I really don't know what happened. I don't know if the pandemic made people be a little different. Even before the pandemic, I don't know. But if you find a good person, hold on to them, bro. They treating you right, doing right by you. They loyal. You can actually be their friend, which is another problem. A lot of people are too focused on dating. They're not even trying to be friends with the person they're dating, which is a big problem. It's like, if you're gonna spend your life with someone, or if you're attempting to, you need to be friends if you want that junk to last. Because if y'all not friends, it's not gonna last. It's gotta be a legitimate friendship. It's gotta be respect there, loyalty, love, consideration, understanding, the want to understand, the want to listen, care. You gotta be selfless with your person. You cannot be selfish. I is we, us. That's what it is. And a lot of people don't understand. Like, I've seen so many people date and get into relationships, and they still be like, I, me. And it's like, you have to consider the way your other person feels. It's we, it's us, it's you making decisions together with your person. It's not just, and so many people, they'll be like, oh, you're asking them permission. It's like, it's not the fact that you're asking somebody permission, it's the fact that you're including them because they are your person, and people don't get that, and that's why they're single. So that's just the tea. That's just my personal thought process, just from my experience of dating, seeing so many people date. It just be like that, you know what I mean? It's unfortunate because I really wish, I wish everybody could have somebody. I wish everybody could find happiness, but a lot of people won't because, again, they're selfish and they think singularly. And also, the dating pool isn't that great nowadays because people think selfishly and singularly. And then a lot of people will generalize both men and women. They'll be like, all men are trash or all women are trash. It really just grinds my gears when I'm on Twitter and I see, the whole men versus women situation, or where women will generalize and they'll be like, what did I read recently? Someone said something, they were like, yeah, because, blame a man if you can, or like all men are trash. And I'm like, I know that y'all be joking. Sometimes a lot of women be serious, but I'm like, that's a very toxic way to think. And if you're single, that's why. How do you expect to meet a good man if you're constantly saying all men are trash? I'm sorry, but that's just putting out bad vibes. That's literally putting out, you're saying all men are trash, so now anytime a man comes up to you, they're going to be trash because you said it. And I know, that sounds irrational, but it is a proven fact. Like, not a proven fact, but I don't know. It's definitely some manifestation there that I feel like a lot of people don't really be thinking about. You gotta change your mindset in order to meet somebody, because that's what happened to me. I never said all men were trash or anything, because I've always been a hopeless romantic. I always wanted love. I always felt like, yeah, maybe I'll meet somebody. I had the most horrible relationship in my life. I almost died. It wasn't related to the guy, but I went through this life-changing situation that kind of changed the way that I handle thing. And then I ended up meeting my fiance. I have a whole video up about how I met him, how I kind of changed my way of thinking. I'll leave it linked somewhere. But I changed my way of thinking about things. I don't know. I feel like I'm not going to say it's somebody out there for everybody. I'm not going to say that, because I don't believe that. I don't believe everybody has a soulmate. I don't believe in soulmates. I believe there are multiple people each person could be with. You could be standing in line at Starbucks. It could be a potential person right in front of you, next to you in line. You could be standing, going to a concert or something. The person that's the seat right next to you, or a person in front of you at the concert, could be a potential person. You could be grocery shopping. You could be in Dollar Tree, and the person who on the next aisle could be a potential person. It's like, there are options out there. Whether you put yourself out there or not, that's on you, you know what I'm saying? It's just, again, I just feel like people, you do have some sort of control to a degree over stuff, but because another person is involved, it's like, sometimes you do have to change your way of thinking when it comes to dating. You can't be selfish. You can't be like, ooh, I'm about to get a bag. I'm about to come up off a meal even though I don't like this guy. Insane. If you, I'm gonna tell you right now, people say that, and I'm like, your karma is so bad. Your dating karma is going to be so bad because you're being a user. And then you wonder why stuff does not work out. And people do not understand. It's the same thing with men where they're like, I'm just entertaining this girl because I want her box. Or something. Like, or I'm using this girl because she buys me food sometimes, or she gives me money sometimes, or she gives me gifts. She's a nice girl, even though I'm lying to her saying I want something serious and I'm messing around with all these other people. It's like, babes, you wonder why you can't find somebody? It's because you're out here in these streets lying to people, or you're portraying that there's a chance, or you're using people, and then you wonder why your dating karma is so bad. It's because you're being selfish. It's because you're not being upfront and honest about the fact that you aren't even interested. You're trying to get a meal, some box for somebody, and you don't even want them. Wasting their time when they could be focused on somebody else who's actually interested, and you wonder why you're single. You wonder why you can't find somebody. That's why. And people don't think about dating karma at all. I don't even think people realize dating karma is a thing. It is a thing. Please, be for real. Anyways, I'm done talking. I just had to talk about that because I'll be having this conversation with people. My lips dry. I need to get my Vaseline. Anyways, I'll be having this conversation with people, and people just don't be getting it. And I just be sitting there looking at them like, you really expect to find love and find a good person to be with, and you're out here using people? Do you think you deserve a good relationship and you're being a user? And a lot of people don't even be wanting to admit they're users, bro. They do not be wanting to admit they're users. And it's like, I mean, if you want to lie to yourself, lie to yourself. But the rest of your life, as your life progresses and you still make these moves, you will not get what you want. And that's just the tea. That's literally the tea. But yeah, if y'all like this video, If you guys like this video, I do have other content where I go on little rants and tangents. I have a whole dating advice playlist. I have multiple mukbangs where I actually have like the little tags where you can see like when I start talking about different topics, because I actually do split up my mukbangs where it's like sometimes I'll eat and talk, and then sometimes I'll eat first so that I don't get full while I'm talking, and then I'll have like the conversational bits at the end, and you guys can check those out if you guys are interested, if you're looking for something to bulk watch, binge watch. But I hope you guys found this video entertaining or helpful within wisdom teeth removal, whatever. Raymundo Jello, get you some. Again, make sure you guys support the kid. Get you a Cynthia shirt, shop my T Public affiliate store. Get you a poison apple mug because I gotta pay off these wisdom teeth. I can't believe how much this crap was. But anyways, shout out to my fiance for helping me pay for it. But yeah, go ahead and binge watch my wisdom teeth removal videos or any of my other playlists in the comments down below. Check those out. But I'll be seeing you guys again soon with another video. So stay blessed, stay positive. Bye.